This is the BBC Home Service. Whoa! Sorry about that, folks. I believe what I actually meant to say was, oi oi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Feral's Blind Reactions. Yes, I know this is another late episode, if anyone was actually keeping an eye on the schedule. But it turns out that when I came back last time, I was actually not as ready or well to do so as I thought. So, yeah, this week's been a bit of a hectic one with me not being well and having other responsibilities dropped on me at the same time. So, sorry about the delay, but it's the way these things go, I'm afraid. Anyway, yes, stop dithering, stop blathering. Okay, let's watch Birds of a Feather, which, I don't know, are we going to get the flying ones back, or is someone just going to end up taking charge of a bird? I don't know, let's watch the thing and find out. Right, so the tea house still exists then. It hasn't collapsed or imploded or anything else that could have happened to any number of buildings.
I have something that could be of extreme importance.
Is that a
Anyone
dead bird?
recognize what this is?
No, right, it's a picture of a... Sorry, the way that unfolded, it looked like there was an actual bird's corpse in there.
Have you ever actually seen one?
No,
They used to be all over Ponyland.
Oh, climate change driving the birds away.
Where'd they all go?
I don't think anyone really knows. Nobody knows if they even still exist.
Oh, driving them to extinction.
It's so weird that such a pretty bird would just vanish.
It's so sad.
And there's Sweetheart, you know, in all the empathy that she can display. You know, the sort of empathy that it doesn't matter how hard-hearted you are, you know, you feel it jabbing you right there.
Where do you suppose we should look first? How come it's so blank where the old woods are? That must be because no one's ever been there before.
What? This is the town that they've lived. This is a settled area, I'm presuming. There's a spot where they don't know where anything is. I'm hoping this is just a map shared between the kids that wasn't drawn by an adult or anything. This is just that other kids have been sharing it and drawing it, and none of them have happened to be there yet.
We're in the old woods, all right. Uncharted territory.
Wow, everything kind of looks the same, except that rock formation.
Everything kind of looks the same. Well, yeah. Trees!
That sounds kind of like bees!
And bees! Hey, at least these are regular sized bees, not, you know, 6-foot anthropomorphic bees that will trap you in a beehive and then set you on fire! I mean, okay, yes, that wasn't deliberately the bee's fault, but still!
They're going after your hat! Oh
no! That was my favorite hat!
Well, maybe you shouldn't have brought it on an expedition where you would be entering uncharted territory, even though she didn't know that it was uncharted territory. But still, if you're going out on an adventure and exploration, then don't bring your best clothes. Bring your best survival gear.
Bon, I'll tell you where you are. You're sitting in nettles.
See, there we go. It's Wile E. Coyote theory. You don't realise you're in trouble until someone shows you.
Here!
What are you doing?
Yeah, what? I'm fairly certain that this is a red... I need an adult! I need an adult!
There. Oh, just look at me. I'm a mess.
But I'll bet you don't itch anymore.
Hey, you're right. It worked.
Also, they must be some pretty hefty nettles to get through horse fur.
Does your pony scout manual give any tricks for getting unlost?
Yeah. Okay, here's what we gotta do. If we can get to the top of a tall tree, we can look down on the woods and see where we are.
Pretty impressive without opposable thumbs.
I still don't like this idea.
Well, that's because it's a long way down.
We can see almost all of the old woods. Yeah, trees and more trees.
Thank you! You know, trees! I'll stop doing that now, I'm sorry.
Oh no! I'm out of food!
How were you out of... And
How did you eat a whole week's supply of food in one afternoon?
yeah, that! Mind you, it is Bon Bon.
Hey, I read a book once called Wilderness Ponies about these pioneer ponies who lived on fish and stuff.
Convenient. And, you know, horses eating fish. This is, yeah, these are not herbivorous ponies.
Well, I do have my one little emergency candy bar for use only in super emergencies. Thank you. This is a super emergency.
And also, they've been out there for half a day. They're What sort of fish are you going to catch with a candy bar still in the wrapper? But yeah, they've been lost for, what, half a day? Well, they've been out for half a day. They've been lost for about half an hour. And they're already panicking about they're going to drown.
I guess I better go rescue them if we're gonna have any lunch.
Well, now, is it just me? Or in this situation, did that sound a lot like she was suggesting cannibalism?
Guess we better try again.
Hey, I think I got it. Let's see.
That fish does not look happy.
All right, let's have lunch.
No!
Aw, he's so cute and so sad.
And also, so meat!
Put him back, Ace. We're gonna starve for sure.
Hey, maybe they'll find the bird that they're looking for. Maybe they can eat that.
Anyone have any good ideas? I'm writing my great farewell.
There you go. There's the bird you're looking for.
I'm writing my great farewell, just in case anyone ever finds my diary, which I'm sure no one ever will. Bon Bon, don't move.
Bon Bon, don't move. We're going to eat you, okay? Great, so now when they find your decaying, desiccated corpses and the camera with it, you know, they'll know that, hey, at least the bird isn't completely extinct.
Oh, look, baby.
And the fact that, you know, this has not been seen around Ponyland for a long, long time is actually a bad sign, because it means that they are beyond the area, beyond the boundaries that being found comes under. That was not a sentence, but you know what I mean. They've gone beyond where anyone looks. You know, in spite of the fact that how long have they lived there and there's still unexplored areas?
Nowhere to be found, something sweeter than the sound of nature's own sweet song.
Okay, these birds don't seem too bothered about their presence. I think we've just found out why they haven't been seen around in a while, and it's a sort of dodo-esque situation, yeah? They've just, hey, look, these birds just come right up to you. Thud. Leg or wing? Ow. Oh, or maybe that's why they've not been seen around.
The old woods have almost all been cut down.
So, what's actually happened is some lumber company in the pony world has thought, hang on, this foresty area that's sort of blank on the map that no one actually goes to. If no one goes there and no one's been there and no one's probably going to go there in the future, they probably won't miss it if we cut down all the trees.
You've been writing everything down, right? Every turn, every mistake, right? Yeah. So all we have to do is follow your diary backwards and we'll find our way home.
So she wrote their entire... She basically wrote down their map.
This is still personal and private. Nobody reads it but me.
I can kind of understand that, but, you know, maybe just hand them the page, you know, tear out and hand them the pages that have the way out on it. Because, you know, maybe prioritise survival over privacy.
Goodbye, green ring songbirds. We'll help you all we can as soon as we get home.
Yes, they still exist, but they're being deforested to extinction.
My special congratulations to Bright Eyes, who never stopped believing that the green-winged songbird could be found. Because of her and her friends, we now know how to save the Greenwings.
Yeah, stop cutting down the trees!
The Ponyland Council and I have voted to make the Old Woods a protected wildlife area, never to be touched again.
Which means that it's going to remain unexplored for all the monsters and creatures of the night to live in. Hey, there's more than birds in those woods, mate. Okay, that was just weird. That had a lot of weird in it. It had a bit of a message about, maybe don't cut down all the trees because some of them have uses. Kind of like in our world, I believe some of them give us the oxygen that we breathe. But I'm not going to get political here. I do that enough on the other channel. Actually, I haven't done that on the other channel in a while. I'll have to get back to that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've come to expect, in fact. They're lost for half an hour. Bonbon eats a week's worth of food for all of them, or at least for her, in an afternoon. They get lost. Didn't think of, well, maybe we should actually just try and backtrack a bit. We came from roughly that direction. Maybe if we go that direction, we'll get closer to the edge. But then again, it's uncharted territory anyway for some reason. I'm not saying that it's surprising that there are uncharted territories at all. We have uncharted territories on this planet itself, but most of the uncharted territories nowadays that we have are out in the middle of nowhere, not just off the edge of a town. And I guess cartographers work differently in this world, because if you've got a foresty area over here and no one's quite sure what's in it, they usually just, on a map, they just fill it with forest. There's forest here, there's forest going all the way around that. Maybe in the between all that boundary is more forest. Although we do also have satellite imaging and aerial photographs and that sort of thing. That helps us. They do not seem to have that in the pony world. Being as the closest they've come to flight is, balloons. And, they just let kids steal those things. So, they probably haven't bothered flying one over a forest and just going click, click, click with the camera, because we've just saw they have cameras. We know they have cameras. So they could just float a balloon over it, photograph the area. There we go. Fill out the map. But no, uncharted. Okay. Yeah, you all saw the weirdness in that one with me, so I don't really need to express my surprise at that again, do I? Oh boy. Well, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the upcoming editors bits. See you next time. Bye-bye.
I have something that could be of extreme importance.
This parrot is no more.
No one's ever been there before. If no one's ever been in the Old Woods, perhaps we'll find the long-lost Greenwings there.
We're going to die!
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast!
Anybody have any idea where we are?
I know exactly where we are. Where? Here.
I read a book once called Wilderness Ponies, about these pioneer ponies who lived on fish and stuff.
I'm a vegetarian, except for fish.
The Ponyland Council and I have voted to make the Old Woods a protected wildlife area, never to be touched again.